It went well. Went really hard. Very intellectual practice, I say, because they were teaching us, so much about the offense. And, it's one of those practices. If you had been here, you're probably bored, but there's things that we need to learn. Yeah, I feel pretty good in the first practice. Obviously we know who we have here now, and I just want to add to that. Play my talents and try to get some more wins.
It was great. It's last couple of days. Them being around but not being able to work with them is always tough. They were chomping at the bit to get out of here and start working with the coaches, their new teammates. So to have our first practice with them was great. Had a lot of energy in the gym today, and there's a lot we can build from with this. This is going to take a while. And the reality is, with our upcoming schedule, we don't have a lot of practice time. So it's going to be a work in progress. Regardless of that, he's a very talented player. He can score in a lot of ways. So we're going to put him in different positions to handle the ball, to post up, to be a playmaker, and slowly but surely he'll get a feel for his teammates, and they'll establish a chemistry on the court where they can play off one another. But those kind of things don't happen. When you make a 7-player trade, it's going to take time. And I'm just happy we had a practice today. We'll have shoot-around tomorrow, and we'll try to simplify things for those guys moving forward. But in a way, you almost are starting over again. It's almost like trying to have a training camp on the fly to get these guys put up to speed. I think he's got all the tools, Sam. I mean, he's got length, he's got athleticism. You look at this season, he's over a block a game, over a steal per game. But the biggest challenge is going to be incorporating him into our team defense, understanding what our rules are, what our philosophy is, what our terminology is. But I think he can be a guy that can guard multiple positions, and you can put him on guys because of his length and athleticism that he can make it a lot more difficult for guys to shoot over him with that size and length. Yeah, I mean, when you have the luxury of having a big guy like DeMarcus, that guy is going to be the focal point of your offense. A guy that you can play through, that can draw fouls, get you in the bonus, get high percentage looks, who's also a very willing and capable playmaker. So a lot of nights we're going to play off with DeMarcus. With that being said, you have a guy in Rudy who can also post, play pick and roll, isolate in the post and as well as the elbow. So he's going to get his touches and his looks as well. That's going to be the big challenge right now. Is we have one basketball, we have 5 guys that like to score, like to shoot the ball. So we have to check our egos at the door and do what's best for the team. And I think everybody's willing to do that.
So far, so good. I mean, he's a great talent, and both of us are selfless players, so I don't think it'd be problems. It's always good to have a good center. You can have your guards around you, but it's always good to have a good center. People are going to double him, and it just makes it easier on me, I guess.
I think so, and the great thing about it is he's been around winning basketball, and he knows. And I think there are probably a lot of similarities in what we're trying to do defensively and what they were doing in Memphis when they had those very good teams while he was still there. So I think he's a veteran. He should be able to pick things up very quickly. Same thing for Aaron Gray. I coached Aaron in New Orleans. He's got a pretty high IQ. So I think he'll be able to pick things up quickly and hopefully maybe help us with some of the experiences that he had in Memphis.
A lot. I don't want to, compare them because that's I think both of them have different kinds of, done different things in the league and at different stages in their career. But I think he'd be just as effective, if not more.
He's going to start, just kind of like when we got Derek, I put him right out there. So, we went out and got Rudy Gay for a reason, so I'm not going to bring him along slow off the bench. We'll throw him out there, try to help him out on the fly, call timeouts when needed, and his teammates are going to have to help him on the floor as well, communicate with him offensively and defensively to help him. But we're going to roll with him and make him a focal point at times in our offense and play to his strength as a player. Yeah, I mean, he was shooting close to 19 times a game. A couple nights he had like 26, 28 shots. If those shots are generated through the offense and they're all great looks and he's making them, great. But we don't want to all of a sudden go from becoming a team that is really worked on becoming a ball movement, unselfish team. And to our guys' credit, we've done a good job of that. So all of a sudden becoming an ISO one-on-one, let me go get mine, because then we become very easy to guard, and we don't want to do that.
I like the way IT has been playing. He's been throwing the ball up the court, throwing it up, tossing it up to his athletic players, and that's what I like to be around. So hopefully I can add to that. It's tough. I mean, it's going to take time to get continuity with the players, but it's going to take a couple games, obviously, and a couple practices. But we're just learning on the fly, and we just want to get as many wins and try to play as well as we can.